Zoe, I'm getting ready to film back there. Are you going to be quiet? Or do you need to go outside? Okay. Have fun. Hello, my name is Venus, and today I'm starting a reading vlog because I am in a really bad reading slump. Last month, I read 16 books, had I think 5 or 6 5-star reads, and it is now March 11th, and I haven't finished one book. So this is going to be a thriller, a new release thriller vlog, because I need some books that are going to get me out of this reading slump, and hopefully these are some fast-paced thrillers. So first book I want to read is Kill for Me, Kill for You, or Kill for You, Kill for Me by Steve Kavanaugh. This is an arc that I have. It comes out next week, I believe, March 19th, and all I know about this is it's 2 women, and apparently something's happened to each one of them where they want to get revenge, serious revenge, and they both kind of ask each other to kill for them. And then the second book is also a new release. I don't know when that one comes out. I know it's soon, but it was a book of the month. Actually, I just got my book of the month box. Let me grab it. I'm actually not going to haul all of the books that I got in this box because I'm doing a book haul soon, or it might have already came out. I know that Murder Road. Oh, and Kill for Me, Kill for You. So I jumped the gun with this one because I'm assuming I'm going to love it because the reviews have been coming back really good. So this, you're getting a sneak peek of my book haul. This is one of the books that's going to be on that haul, and I'm also reading it in this vlog. Okay, so Murder Road by Simone St. James. I actually don't know anything about this. I think it has some paranormal themes in it, so that's what I'm most looking forward to. I hope this is a really fast-paced thriller. I read Book of Cold Cases. I think that's one of her books. Yes. Book of Cold Cases by her, and I really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars, so I'm hoping to enjoy this, and I'm hoping it gets me out of the slump. The third book I want to try to read in this vlog is California Bear by Dwayne Swarzinski. Hope I said that right. This is brand new. This just came out in February. This was one of my most anticipated reads for this year, and this, all I know is this is a thriller that involves a serial killer, so hopefully this is a new author to me as well. I've never heard of him before, so I'm hoping I really enjoy this one too. And then the last book that I want to try to read in this vlog is The Teacher by Frida McFadden. This is going to be my first Frida McFadden book. This is her brand new release, and it's already available on Kindle Unlimited. It's also on Everand as an audiobook. I am excited to read a book by her. I always hear people talk about her when they talk about thrillers, and it's supposedly fast-paced with crazy twists, so let's hope these books get me out of reading slumps. They're all new releases too, so giving you some glimpses of what to maybe pick up soon. And then I went to the craft store. I wanted to buy some really bright color craft paper for my Old School April spreads that I'm doing. So shameless plug, Old School April is a readathon that I am co-hosting along with a bunch of other co-hosts that I'll link below. But it's a month-long readathon in April about all things nostalgia, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. But the cool thing is the reading prompts are very inclusive, and literally whatever you're reading in April could definitely get you points for that. So anyway, I have a reading journal, and I really wanted some bright colors to put into it. So I got this from the craft store. And then some washi tape that kind of gave me a little bit of old school vibes. The colors are a little muted, but I still like the design on it. And then you can't go wrong with like leopardy. Oops. With leopardy washi tape too. So those are going to be for my reading journal. And then the glue stick. So the plan is to, it's actually lunchtime. I think I'm going to eat lunch, which is just leftovers. We had spaghetti and meatballs last night, which was delish. I am going to try to start, I've actually already started Kill for Me, Kill for You. I'm like on page 10, and it started pretty quick. It is different points of view. One of the women, I'm pretty sure her name is Amanda, but we find out that her daughter and her husband have died at the result of this man that she thinks she knows who it is, so she's pretty much stalking him. Sounds like he has a restraining order against her. I guess they don't have any proof of what she thinks he's done. I'm not sure because I haven't gotten that far in it, but she ends up trying to kill this man on a subway, and she gets arrested and they put her on probation. Then another point of view, this woman just had like a home invasion situation going on. So already, I mean, I'm not even that far into the book and these things are happening. So it's promising. So I'm gonna eat lunch, continue reading, and check in with you guys later. Checking in. It's been quite a few days since I have checked in. It is now Saturday the 16th, and I finally finished a book. I finished The Teacher by Frida McFadden yesterday. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. So this is her new book that came out. It revolves around two teachers, a couple that work at a high school. And if you don't like books that kind of deal with inappropriate student and teacher relationships, then this is definitely not for you. I mean, that's basically the bulk of the story. We have multiple POVs, the wife, the husband, and a student I think her name is Addie. In the beginning, I loved the prologue. It was very gripping. I definitely see why people love Frida McFadden's writing so much, because it keeps you engaged. I couldn't put the book down once I started it. I listened to the audiobook, but I just wanted to keep listening to it to figure out what was going on. Some of it was very predictable, and I have seen a lot of people mention that in the reviews, but the writing keeps you wanting to figure out what's going on or confirm what you're thinking is going to happen. I will say the very last twist, I was shocked. I was like, what? I had to rewind and re-listen to it. And then I pulled out the ebook, because it's available on Kindle Unlimited, to read it and make sure my brain was processing it correctly. But so I really did like the last twist. Yeah. So overall, I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I am definitely going to read more of Frida McFadden's books. I personally am not really a fan of like teacher student books. Really, I didn't like, or I DNF my Dark Vanessa, because it just gives me the cringe, the ick. So I not really a fan, but the writing kept me engaged, so I did finish it, and overall I really enjoyed it. I am still reading Kill for Me, Kill for You, and I think I'm about halfway through. Yeah, I'm about halfway through. I am really, really enjoying this book. This is my first book by this author. His writing is very, very suspenseful, and it keeps you wanting to flip the pages. I was up pretty late last night reading this, and overall I am completely lost and not trusting any of the characters, because I have no idea who or what is going on. So I can't remember how much I talked about what the story is about. There's a couple POVs it changes. The main one is Amanda. Her daughter was murdered, and she lost her husband as well as a result of the murder. And the suspect that did this is still on the loose because they didn't have any concrete evidence. And one of the points of views is the detective. and they're pretty sure that they know who it is, but because they don't have any evidence and this person is very wealthy and can get out of things, they can't convict him. So Amanda is grieving, but she's angry and she wants revenge. So she really wants to find a way to kill this man. And then she ends up meeting, I think her name's Naomi. Oh my gosh. I'm terrible with remembering names, but I think her name is Naomi. She meets Naomi at a specific meeting that they're sharing. I don't give too many details away, but they end up discussing, because they both have these traumas. Naomi also lost her daughter to a killer that is also on the loose. And so they decide to make a pact, and you kill for me and I kill for you, basically. And I'm about halfway through, and so far, like I said, really, really enjoying it. We also have a third component to this storyline as well. There is Ruth, and she had a home invasion. She was stabbed multiple times, and obviously she survived, and she's very traumatized, has severe PTSD, and will not go back to their house. So she is staying in a hotel room, and her husband comes and basically stays with her there too. And she, the killer, or not the killer, but the person that assaulted her is also free roaming the streets. And she is terrified to leave because she feels like he is going to come back and finish the job. So I don't know if it's the same killer. I don't know if they're connected some kind of way. I have no idea. But yeah, very, very interested in seeing how this ends. So the rest of the day, I am editing a book haul video that I just filmed, and then I'm going to make dinner. We're having chicken fajitas on the grill. I'm going to grill the chicken outside because it's beautiful outside. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to make corned beef cabbage, corned beef and cabbage in the crock pot, and hopefully have some green beer somewhere. I'm going to pick up some Guinness today and just hang out. I just got some stuff from Amazon, so I'm going to show you guys what I got. So I got Sharp Ends by Joe Abercrombie. This is a collection, I think, of just short stories that is in between the last three standalones and right before the standalones from the first Law trilogy and right before the Age of Madness starts. I keep forgetting that this existed, and then I finally bought it. So I have to read this before I can start the first book in the Age of Madness series. So I don't know when I'm going to pick this up. Hopefully, the way this month is going, it's not going to happen. And in April, I don't know when I'm going to read this, but I'm very excited to get to it at some point. And then I have been making a bunch of stickers. Sorry, I'm opening this box. And I'm running out of space to keep them all. So I was trying to think of like the best organization for keeping my stickers in something. And I was like, well, I'll get like a 3-ring binder and put like screen protectors. What are they called? Paper, what are they called? Sheet protectors in it, and, you know, kind of store my stickers that way. So then I was like, wait, do they still make Trapper Keepers? They do. So I ordered one from Amazon. So Trapper Keepers still exists. Who knew? And it comes with the folders as well, which I'm so excited to use this. And I'm going to put like my sheets of stickers that I make in here, and then go ahead and get sheet protectors to put in here. Oh my god, and it still has a little clip thing. I love this. Let me show you the design. Very 80s, and it was like $11. So I'm like wondering, how much did they cost back in the 80s? What, like $4? But yeah, I'm excited to use this for my stickers. I'm going to keep editing. I am going to pick up Kill for Me, Kill for You at some point. Oh, I'm also listening to Murder Road on audiobook. Came in through Libby, and I have the physical copy from Libby. No, physical copy I got from Book of the Month. And I'm about 15% into that. I started listening to it while I was grocery shopping this morning. And so far, so good. I'm intrigued. So this one is by Simone St. James, and it takes place in 1995, and we're following a couple who just got married. They're on the way to their honeymoon destination. They're driving and they pick up a hitchhiker and she is like bleeding and they end up taking her to the emergency room and she dies. And so of course the local police are following them and they've got them not arrested, but they're holding them. They're not allowing them to leave. And right now I'm at the point where the police or detectives are asking them to show them where they picked up the hitchhiker. And supposedly there's some paranormal activity that's going to be involved in this book. So I have not gotten to that yet, but overall I am enjoying it. Sorry about that. My battery died. I don't know where it cut off, but that's where I am in Murder Road and I'm enjoying it so far. Will this vlog be successful and I like all of the books? That would be awesome. So far we got a 3.5 star and the other 2 books that I'm currently reading are going very well. So it could be, depending on where the twists go, 4 to 5 star. We'll see. And I'll check back in with you guys later. Hello, I finished Kill for Me, Kill for You, and I am giving this book 4.5 stars. It was so good. So you definitely have the perfect, was it strangers on a train vibe, where these 2 women meet and they want to kill for each other or come up with a plan to kill for each other. Right when Amanda is, in progress of doing what she has been asked to do, the shit hits the fan and all kinds of twists happen. There were 2 twists that happened in this book that I did not see coming at all. I literally jumped up out of bed and was like, what? And had to reread the whole page. And the last 70 pages were just so good. The only reason I'm not giving it 5 stars is because there was just a tiny bit of pacing issues kind of in the last half of the book that slowed it down just a little bit, but otherwise I thought it was very well written. I will definitely read more from this author. I personally love points of views from the detective and really enjoyed the point of view from the detective in this. The final twist was so good. So good. So many motives revealed. And it gave me very much. So when I finished it, I was like, why am I feeling reminiscent of Silence of the Lambs? And it's not that there's cannibalism or a Hannibal character, but there's a relationship that developed that just gave me some Silence of the Lambs vibes. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil it for anybody that's going to read this. But I very much recommend this book if you love thrillers. Also, if you enjoy detective point of views, this was just a really good book. And I'm so glad that I picked this for my book of the month because I definitely plan to reread this at some point. So I finished Kill for Me, Kill for You last night. It is, what is today? Today is the March 19th. It's the first day of spring and it's 35 degrees outside where I live. It is freezing. I have my heat cranked up because I cannot get warm and it's ridiculous. So I'm very much looking forward to spring finally arriving. But I did just finish Murder Road by Simone St. James and I'm going to give this one a 3.5 star. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't giving me what I really wanted. It was more of a character-driven thriller, and it did have some paranormal vibes to it, which I really enjoyed. I kind of wanted it to lean more into that and be more creepy. There was probably only one creepy scene in it that involved like a dark room, where you develop, back in the day, where you would develop films. So that was kind of creepy. But other than that, it's just this married couple who, like I said earlier, find this woman. She ends up dead. The little town police officers initially tried to, call them suspects. And then more things are revealed about this town, that there's been killings since the 70s of different people. And then enters kind of the paranormal aspect of it. And it just explores this newly married couple and their secrets that they're both hiding from each other. That is constantly hinted at in the beginning, which I don't like when the narrative does that, when there's always like, oh, if he only knew this about me, or if I know he's hiding secrets from me, but that's okay because I still love him. Like those little things was really becoming very repetitive. And then when the secrets were revealed, it really wasn't that deep. It wasn't that serious. So that kind of brought the enjoyment down a little bit. There were two characters that were introduced kind of like after the halfway point that I really enjoyed. They kind of brought some humor to it. This book reminded me, if you ever watched Supernatural, the series that was on for a long time with the two Winchester brothers solving paranormal, supernatural things every week, and it's like kind of monster of a week thing. That's kind of what this felt like. The whole time I'm reading it, I was like, why do I feel like I'm reading a supernatural episode, but not one of the really good ones, one of the kind of little bit more boring ones. I don't want to say it's boring, but it just wasn't as creepy as I wanted it to be. So overall, I did enjoy it. I loved the ending. It was predictable. There were things that I definitely saw coming to light that I assumed would happen. But I do recommend it. I thought it was pretty good. I do like Simone St. James' writing. I think I just wanted it to be a little bit more spooky and really lean into that paranormal, supernatural vibe that I thought she was going for. Overall, I think this is really shaping up to be a very successful reading vlog. I have one more book to read. The last book I'm going to read for this vlog is California Bear by Dwayne Swierczynski. And this is brand new. This just came out in February. This was on my most anticipated reads of 2024. I know this revolves around a serial killer, and it has like 4 vigilante characters. I don't know if it's multiple POVs or not, but I know that it centers around 4 characters. If you hear tapping, that's my dog walking around. But I'm going to get started on this today. We're just hanging out. Dinner is going to be deep dish pizza, which is one of my favorites. I'll check back in with you guys maybe at halfway point. See ya. Hello, checking in. It is Wednesday morning and I'm currently making my breakfast. I'm having protein pancakes and eggs. But I'm halfway through California Bear and I'm really enjoying it. It's very different from really any other thriller that I've read, but the dialogue between the characters and the banter and the humor, which I love in any of my books that I read, is really keeping me invested. I didn't give too much of what this is about, but we are following 4 POVs. One of them is the bear, which was a serial killer that killed people for over 4 decades and was never found. And now he is wanting to recreate some of his previous murders. There's like a crew that's gonna follow him and document him. I don't know, that part's a little weird. I haven't really talked a lot about that, but he is definitely unhinged. And then we have a character called the Killer. His name is Jack. He's an ex-con. He just got out of prison because another character, Hightower, helped him get out of prison. And Hightower is an ex-cop. So he is wanting to work with Jack to try to, I guess, extort money from the bear. It's a whole thing. It's actually very entertaining. It's not like suspenseful or, I don't know. It's just a different kind of thriller, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And then we also have the point of view from Jack's daughter. She's about 15 years old, and she's going through a pretty serious health condition, but her personality is very funny and quirky. Two characters, Jack and Hightower, have gotten themselves in a bit of a situation, so I'm interested to see how they get out of that. And then another POV. Actually, Hightower doesn't have a POV. We just see his interactions with Jack during Jack's chapters. But Hightower's wife, her name is Jeannie, she just about halfway through started to become a main POV as well. So it's really, really good. I'm having a great time with it. I'm listening to the audiobook. There's different narrators for each character, and it's a great time. I'm really excited that this was a successful vlog. So I will come back at the end when I finish the book. I have about 2 hours left, so I should be able to finish it today and let you guys know my thoughts. Hello, I finished California Bear. I finished this book in 2 sittings. I started it last night and just finished it around noon today. And I loved it. I loved it so much. It was so surprising. I'm actually going to give it 5 stars. I really enjoyed the writing style. These characters were so well written. I'm going to remember them for a very long time. I almost wish this could be like a series with these characters. So I don't want to give too much detail about the plot because I think it's really, really good, especially for this book, to go into it with just knowing what's on the inside flap. But the way that these characters interact with each other and how they try to figure out what's going on with this old serial killer and this true crime documentary that's trying to be made about him, and relive kind of the things that he did, or reenact, the things that he did. It was just very well written, like I said, and I just enjoyed it. It kept me completely entertained the entire time, and I had to give it 5 stars. There is a scene in a pool with a bunch of donuts. That's all I'm gonna say. That was so funny. A little tragic as well, but very funny. And I mean, little things like that just happened in this book between the characters. And then, you know, there is the serial killer aspect of it. So there are some serious things that are happening as well. But again, I was very surprised by this. And this author has a lot of other books. Looks like he also is a writer for comic books as well. So I am definitely going to check out some of his older work, but I was very, very surprised by this. I definitely recommend it. It's not your typical thriller. There are things that are predictable, but it's just the tone of it, the way that it's written. It was a great time. It really was. And this was such a positive thriller vlog that I'm very pleased and thankful. So very successful reading vlog. I am giving California Bear, like I said, 5 stars. Mostly because of the entertainment. So if you go and read this book and you're like, Venus, what were you thinking? Listen, I had a great time with it, so I'm giving it 5 stars. Then I gave Kill for Me, Kill for You the 4.5 stars. Great, fantastic thriller. Now that one was more of suspenseful, intense thriller that I guess most people enjoy as well. And then what else did I read? And then Murder Road and The Teacher, which I also overall enjoyed. What did I give them? 3.5 stars. So what a fun reading vlog. I actually enjoyed all of the books that I read. So that's very rare. Next, I need to dig back into The Way of Kings because I've only read about 400 pages and I still have 600 more to go. So I'm going to dig into that. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me and I will see you again soon.